Hello, and welcome to this beginner yoga sequence. My name is LaDonna, and thanks for joining me. For me, when I say beginner, I want to honor all you true beginners out there. And I'll do that by always starting with a modification before I move into the full pose. Make sure you move slowly with strength and ease, listening to your body. And if you ever need to rest, you can come into a child's pose. Either wide-kneed or with your knees close together. Or just come up into a seated position and then just join back whenever you can. I also emphasize a strong mind-body connection with added intention. So this practice will have a very strong meditative flow. It's also a gentle flow and we're going to use the assistance of a chair. And at the end, we'll end in a meditation lying on the floor. Before we begin, we're going to take a moment to talk about some things that you'll need and that will be helpful during this practice. Of course, a yoga mat, and then if you have a cushion you can sit on, and a chair. Also a bolster or a rolled up blanket for underneath your knees, and a pillow for the end of our practice. Also grab some water. I'll leave a list right here, pause right here, and then we will join back together and begin our flow.
We will begin at the top of our mat. Stand with your feet a little wider here, hip distance apart, with a slight bend in your knees. Roll your shoulders back and lift your chest slightly. Close your eyes here and take a couple deep, audible breaths. Inhale deeply and exhale. Inhale and exhale with a sigh. Take a moment here to check in with your body. Do a quick scan and notice how you're feeling right now. We will now bring in an intention here. Maybe you have a naturally arising intention for your day. Say it now, or you can repeat this intention. I make mindful choices for the health of my body, mind, and spirit. I make mindful choices for the health of my body, mind, and spirit. Take another deep breath here. Inhale, release it with a sigh. And open your eyes. We will now begin our sun salutations. Inhale, raise your hands above your head and bring your palms to touch. Exhale, fold forward with bent knees, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, hands above your knees, straighten your back, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Come to your knees, bring your chest to the mat, and then your chin. Release. Inhale, rise into a small cobra or lift into up dog. Exhale into a modified down dog on your knees or lift up into down dog. Come into a squat or crawl to the top of your mat and come to standing. We will repeat this one more time. Inhale, raise your hands above your head, bringing your palms to touch. Exhale, fold forward with bent knees. Inhale, lift halfway, hands above your knees, and straighten your back. Exhale, hands to the mat, come to your knees, Bring your chest to the mat and then your chin. Release. Inhale, rise into a small cobra or lift up into up dog. Exhale into a modified down dog on your knees or lift up into down dog. Come into a squat or crawl to the top of your mat and come to standing. Nice work. We will now move into our sun bees with the assistance of a chair. Place your chair on the right side of your mat with the back of the chair facing you. Facing the front of your mat, place your right hand on your chair. Step your left leg back for Warrior One. Left toes facing forward, bend your right knee over your right ankle. Hips facing toward the front of the mat. Find your balance here. It helps to find a point of focus directly in front of you. Once you've found your balance, try lifting your arms above your head. Interlace your fingers with your index finger pointing up. Let's stay here for 2 deep breaths, remembering that your chair is there if you need it. Inhale deeply and exhale. Inhale deeply, exhale with a sigh. Great work. Now step your left foot back to the top of your mat. Turn to face your chair. Left leg is in front this time, so we're going to position ourselves for Warrior Two. Holding on to your chair, bring your left toes to face the top of your mat and bend your left knee over your left ankle. Right foot facing the front side of the mat towards your chair. Hips facing the side of your mat towards your chair. Find your balance here. Once you've found balance, try lifting your arms out to the sides in a T position, looking over your left fingertips. Find a point of focus and hold here for 2 deep breaths. Inhale deeply, exhale. Inhale, exhale with a sigh. Great. Now we will repeat for the other side. Release by pushing up and bringing your feet together. Come to face the back side of your mat and place your left hand on your chair. Step your right leg back for Warrior One. Right toes facing forward, left knee over your left ankle, hips facing the front of the mat. Find your balance and your point of focus, and lift your arms overhead with fingers interlaced, index fingers pointing upward. 2 deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, let it all go. Using your chair for balance, step your right leg forward and come to stand behind your chair. Position your right toes to face the back of your mat and bend your right knee, left toes facing the side of your mat for Warrior Two. Find your balance and point of focus, and lift your arms into a T position, looking over your right fingertips. Hold for 2 deep breaths here. Inhale deeply, exhale. Inhale, exhale with a sigh. Release and come to stand behind your chair. You can move your chair out of the way now. And we're going to come into a tabletop on your knees for cat-cow. Place your hands directly under your shoulders here and your knees right under your hips. Let's take a moment to wiggle it out here. Okay, great. Now let's circle your hips to the right a few times. Nice. Now let's circle our hips to the left a few times. Return to the center for cat-cows. Inhale, sink your stomach to the mat. Lift your chin for cow. Exhale, arch your back and lower your head towards your thighs for cat. We will repeat this 3 more times. Inhale, sink your stomach, lift your chin. Exhale, arch your back, lower your head toward your thighs for cat. Inhale, sink, lift your chin, cow. Exhale, arch your back and lower your head. One more time, but let's hold each position for 2 breath cycles. Inhale, cow. Hold here for 2 cycles. Inhale deeply, exhale. Inhale deeply, exhale with a sigh. Take a breath cycle here. On your next exhale, come into cat and hold here for 2 cycles of breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale deeply, exhale with a sigh. Great work. We will now come into a seated position, either cross-legged or with your legs to one side if it isn't available to you right now. We're going to come into a seated twist. Take a moment to find your alignment here. Make sure your back is straight, roll your shoulders up and back, and slightly lift your chest. Bring your right hand to your left knee, and your left hand beside you or behind you. Take a look over your left shoulder if that's comfortable here. We will stay here for 3 deep breaths. Breathe deeply and notice where the breath arrives in your body. On your next inhale, fill up completely and notice the feeling of the breath and where it moves. One last deep inhale. Exhale with a sigh. Beautiful. Now come back to center. Let's repeat that on the opposite side. Place your left hand on your right knee, right arm beside or behind you, and look over your right shoulder if that's available. Let's take 3 deep breaths on this side also, bringing the same awareness to your breath. Take a deep inhale and notice where the breath arrives in your body. On your next inhale, fill up completely and notice the feeling of the breath and where it moves. One more deep inhale, exhale with a sigh. Great work. Now we're going to move on to our seated side bend, and this is our last pose before our final shavasana. So take a moment to find your center here. Make sure your shoulders are rolled back and your back is straight. Bring your right arm overhead and bring your left palm to the floor beside you. Now reach over your head towards your left side and take 3 deep breaths here, feeling the breath in your right side. Inhale, inhale, feel that stretch. Exhale, let it go. One more time. Inhale deeply. Exhale with a sigh. Return to center and find your alignment here once again, and then raise your left arm overhead. Come onto your right palm, reach to the right here, and really feel that breath in your left side. Inhale, feel the stretch. Exhale, let it go. Last deep inhale here. Exhale with a sigh. Release and come back to center. Nice work. We're going to grab our pillow and our bolster or your rolled up blanket here, and we're going to take some time to get really comfy. Come to lie down on your back with your pillow under your head and your bolster or blanket under your knees. Let your legs spread wide here, feet out to the side, relaxed. Arms beside you with palms facing up. Gently close your eyes and begin to slow down your breath. Notice how your body is feeling right now after this gentle practice. Now bring awareness to the top of your head by bringing sensation here. Then as I name each part, move your awareness by bringing sensation to each part as I name it. Top of your head. Forehead. The space between your eyebrows. Eyes. Nose. Ears. Lips. Chin. Throat. Shoulders. The center of your chest. Upper arms. Elbows. Belly. Lower arms. Pelvic floor. Hands. Fingers. Your hips. Upper legs. Knees. Lower legs. Ankles. Top of the feet. Bottom of the feet. Toes. Feel sensation throughout your entire body at once. Energy moving. Take 2 deep breaths here. Inhale, feel your abdomen rise. Exhale, let your abdomen fall towards your mat. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release. Let it all go. We will now bring our intention here. Repeat your naturally arising intention or repeat after me. I make mindful choices for the health of my body, mind, and spirit. I make mindful choices for the health of my body, mind, and spirit. We will now practice being in silence for 2 minutes. When your thoughts wander, just bring your attention back to your breath. Make your breath audible so you can focus on it. And just relax. Without opening your eyes, bring attention back to this room, to your body lying on the floor. Begin to wiggle your toes and fingers. Come to lay on one side with your knees drawn up to your chest in a fetal position. You can place a pillow under your head here if you'd like. This is the place of new beginnings, rebirth. Take a moment to give yourself gratitude for your practice today. With your eyes still closed, use your upper arm to help push you up into a seated position, either cross-legged or with your legs to one side. Slowly flutter your eyes open and take a moment to take in your space. Inhale, bring your arms above your head, palms touching. Exhale, bring your thumbs to forehead center and invite in light. Inhale, bring your palms to heart center and invite in love. Thanks so much for practicing with me today. Namaste. If you enjoyed this video today, please take the time to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, leave a comment, I love to hear your comments, and also hit the notification bell. That way you're always aware when I download a new video. Thank you so much for your support. Namaste.